Okay, back at the Duce robot saucer. So I'm starting to get everything knocked together here a little bit. It's really hard. That's why it's been taking me long. I'm still working on it though. So don't worry, it is going. I've been moving it along. Here's the circuit board that I hope to put in it. I'm programming the 3 chips now. I tried to make the programmer with the the UART device that you use for the mini, but I messed it up somehow. I don't know what I did to it. I did something wrong to it, and it didn't work. So I have to make another one, but I just got a good Uno and I'm using that for it. And then I'm going to plug the chips in there, and that Nano is going to probably operate those two 595 shift registers, so that I could use that to do a lot of the LEDs that are going to, flash those and stuff. The LEDs that are on all of the edges. There's several of them. And there's other parts of this system going in. I mean, there's parts that for the flight attempt and stuff going in it. And just bear in mind, I'm telling everybody, I told you I'd take you along for this build. So it's just the part now where I took it all apart. I've got all the leading edges working, and I'm putting it back together. That right there puts off 5 watts, 5.2 watts in good sunlight. The solar tubes are made. They just have to be installed. So they're going to go, I'm going to select ports for them, and they're going to go in there. But this whole thing is like so ridiculous, and it's the way it's made. It's going to take me a minute to put it together, because this outer ring here that you see coming out here like this, all the way around, is going to be solid. But this part in here is going to be a very thin, clear plastic that goes in there to cut out so you can see all this in here. And also so light can get into it for the solar core. That's going to be one of the tests. But like I said, bear in mind that everything I'm trying to do here is science, even the mundane stuff. Like you're looking at that to make solar power inside there. Well, it's an idea that works now. It's going to work. I've already had this out in the sunlight, the core itself, and it works good. Those are good panels, and they're very light. So there's the circuit board. I'm in the process of programming. One of those now has the motor sketches. It's going to have some motors in it. I don't want to lie, but it's going to have other things in it too. That's why I said everything that's going to go in it is going to be something, like I said, even if it's mundane, it's still going to be science. Just bear that in mind, because it may be the mundane that actually lifts this thing off the ground. So this is where we're at now. The sound system, I don't know. I had a video made up of it, but it wasn't really good, so I took it down. I know, it's nuts, isn't it? A sound system in a saucer or a craft? Why not? We do it all here. It's going to have everything else in it. Why not this? This thing right here is so surprisingly light as it is. I want to put some stuff in it just to try to give it a little weight to it. It's gotten, if a wind come along, it would blow this right now. Not even a strong wind. So it's very light. So I want to try to add a little substance to it. But let's go in here and give everybody a little sneak preview of the sound system, which is cool. I mocked up, I'm sorry, here, let me turn a light on. I've made this little speaker board here, and here's the speakers that are going to go in it. There's 4 of them. And here's the module. It's actually a really cool, it's by Duce. Get a focus here on it. It's by Duce, and it's an awesome module. I mean, it works really good, and it's Bluetooth. So this is all you need. This 20 watt or 30 watt amp, coupled with, you can't turn it up loud. It'll blow these speakers right up. So you got to keep it low, and it still sounds awesome even low. So that's going in there. So very small, very lightweight. Even these, they look like they might have a magnet in them. They don't. They're just hollow. There's nothing to them. So I'm sure once everything gets together, it's going to have some stuff in it. But I got really cool motors for it. I have to get it integrated into the design. I don't want to tell anybody exactly how it's going, because frankly, I don't know how I'm going to fix it yet. but I have one really cool EDF fan, probably maybe center bottom, I don't know. I got to get into see how it's going to work and everything with motors. And then I have a bunch of micro motors that you can put around it, you know, that are going to go hidden with the fans on them. So they'll assist it. So it's going to have 3 or 4 or 5 or as many different things that can be used to try to pick it up as possible. So just be prepared. It's coming along. I'm going to get it out this summer. And also, don't forget, I did that Paul McCorder sketch. Thanks, Paul, by the way. That is just so awesome. If anybody hasn't seen that, go to Paul McCorder's thing and check it out. It's just awesome with that streaming IP on the Pi Zero. That's just in there now. So the Pi Zero is going to be in here, if I can stop Frankensteining everything with my hands, and it's going to have the V2 camera in it inside there with the streaming IP coming back to the Duce robot Nano right there, and it's going to display the camera that's inside the saucer on the bot. So it's all going to be tied together. The system's in. I just have to build the saucer and get it, even if it's sitting on a table now, we can look inside or whatever way. We can point it out, and if it ever does get the capability to fly. So, but like I said, this is going to be a really cool thing, and it's getting ready to come together. So until next time, everybody, sorry about the blurry camera. This is Duce Robot. Have a good weekend.